Tryhard. The tryhard is the type of player who treats 99 nights in the forest like a competitive survival tournament. While everyone else is still learning the controls, he has already crafted a full defensive base, placed multiple traps with perfect precision, and organized resources into labeled sections. He studies monster spawn timings like exam answers and yells, "Don't waste stamina," every time someone runs for fun. During the night cycle, he crouch walks through the forest like a stealth commando, whispering strategies no one asked for. If someone dies, he sighs dramatically and says, "Skill issue." His strengths include insane efficiency, top-tier survival skills, and the ability to solo bosses while the rest scream in panic. However, if one teammate doesn't follow his optimal path, he starts losing sanity faster than the in-game fear meter. If he dies once, he quietly leaves the lobby, blaming bad teammates. This is the tryhard, the sweaty survivor who believes every night decides his legacy. The cook. The cook is the player who treats 99 nights in the forest less like a horror survival game and more like a forest cooking simulator. While everyone else panics about nightfall and monster attacks, he is proudly roasting berries, mushrooms, and questionable meat like a master chef hosting a TV show. He spends more time near the campfire than actually exploring or defending, constantly yelling, "Who needs food?" "I made extra stew." If someone's health drops even a little, he runs to them like a medic shouting, "Eat this, it gives stamina regeneration." He creates fancy meals and gives them dramatic names like Night Resistance Stew or Forest Warrior Breakfast. His strengths are keeping the team alive through good food buffs and boosting morale with comforting meals. However, when monsters attack the camp, he panics because he wasted all his time making sandwiches instead of helping build defenses. Builder. The builder is the player who joins 99 nights in the forest with one mission: construct the safest, most complex base ever seen. While others are still figuring out where to place the campfire, he is already mapping out a multi-layered fortress with lookout towers, trap corridors, and backup exits just in case. He spends all his time collecting wood, stone, and ropes, completely ignoring monsters unless they damage his precious walls. Then he transforms into a furious repair machine. He constantly shouts, "Don't touch my structure," when someone places a wall slightly out of line. His greatest joy is upgrading every plank to maximum durability. He refuses to sleep until the base looks aesthetically functional, even if everyone else is already dead outside. His strength lies in turning a simple shelter into an impenetrable fortress that can save the team. However, if a single creature glitches through a wall or destroys part of his design, he suffers emotional damage and threatens to rebuild everything from scratch. This is the builder, the protective architect who believes that survival is measured in reinforced walls. Crafter. The crafter is the player who doesn't care about surviving in 99 nights in the forest. He cares about crafting literally everything the game allows. From simple tools to insanely over-engineered gadgets, he turns every stick and rock into something useful. While others are panicking about the upcoming night, he's proudly announcing, "Guys, I just crafted a level 3 torch with +5 glow radius and slight intimidation effect." He always has a crafting menu open and somehow knows every recipe by heart. He hoards rare materials like gold, crystals, and animal parts, refusing to share because he's working on something special. During combat, he may not be the strongest fighter, but he's the reason the team has better weapons, potions, gadgets, and weird trap machines no one fully understands. His strength lies in creating powerful gear that boosts the entire team's chances of survival. However, he spends so much time crafting that he often forgets to actually survive, dying while holding 6 unfinished blueprints. Farmer. The farmer is the type of player who joins 99 nights in the forest and immediately decides that the key to survival is agriculture. While everyone else is hunting creatures, collecting materials, and building defenses, he's busy planting carrots, wheat, and mysterious glowing mushrooms in a perfectly arranged garden. He talks about crop cycles more than survival strategies and gets genuinely excited when something finally grows. If someone steps on his farm, he has a full emotional breakdown and screams, "Who destroyed my pumpkin patch?" During the night cycle, while others fight off monsters, he's more worried about whether his plants are getting enough moonlight. He constantly provides food and healing herbs for the team, making him surprisingly useful in long-term runs. However, he panics when forced to leave his farm zone and becomes nearly useless in combat unless his hoe counts as a weapon. If his garden gets destroyed during a raid, he kneels in despair like it's the endgame cutscene. The Noob. The Noob is the fresh player who treats 99 nights in the forest like a horror walking simulator because they have no idea what they're doing. They spawn, spin in circles for 10 seconds, and ask, "How do I pick things up again?" They hit trees with bare hands thinking it will work, panic when it doesn't, and accidentally start a fire in the middle of the camp without knowing how. Their survival tactic is running in random directions, screaming whenever they hear a twig snap. They constantly ask, "Wait, is this dangerous?" right before getting jump-scared and dying instantly. They pick up random mushrooms and eat them without hesitation, then ask why their screen is turning purple. Even though they're a walking liability, the team can't fully stay mad at them, because every panic moment they cause is accidentally hilarious. Sometimes, with the right guidance, they slowly improve, but 9 out of 10 times, they still die first by stepping into their own trap. This is the Noob, the confused wanderer who doesn't survive long, but always makes the journey entertaining. Traveler. The Traveler is the player who refuses to stay in camp for more than 5 minutes. While others prepare for nightfall, he says, "I'll just scout ahead real quick," and disappears into the forest with 0 supplies, half stamina, and pure curiosity. His entire goal is to uncover every hidden cave, strange landmark, and creepy ritual site on the map, even if it means dying repeatedly in the process. He always returns to the camp out of breath, screaming about some horror he encountered. "Guys, there's a tree that breathes near the river." But when asked where it was, he vaguely responds with, somewhere past the weird rock that looks like a face? He's great at discovering rare resources and secret areas, often providing valuable info, assuming he actually survives long enough to report them. However, he constantly gets lost, dies far away from camp, and forces the team to go on rescue missions just to retrieve the loot he dropped. This is the Traveler, the fearless wanderer who uncovers the map, and probably dies mapping it.